what's up everybody? It's me, Happy Gamer, looking happier than ever. No, I'm not. You wanna know why? 'Cause it's Saturday. And you know what Saturdays mean? Crappy movie Saturdays. Now, I've been buying a lot of movies lately on Amazon, and you know, things will cross my path every once in a while, like Birdemic 2. I never knew that was out. I watched it and it was fucking horrible. And now that I have money to spend on movies since I have a job, I figured out that I can buy any movie I want. I don't gotta ask for it. I don't gotta do shit. I can buy that shit with my money. I'm an adult. What? So I was shopping on Amazon, and I remembered this comedian, Patton Oswalt, and he was talking about movies, because he's also an actor. He was talking about how what they do is they call people in for movies, to write the script and everything, put in scenes, take out scenes. And he mentioned a movie. Piqued my interest. Deathbed. The Bed That Eats. If the title doesn't say it already, then what are you here for? That's just the crappiest title of all time. Now, I've watched a lot of movies with weird premises. Eternal Sunshine of the Loner's Mind, or some shit with Jim Carrey. Fucking Zombies. A zombie Osama bin Laden. But a bed that eats people? If you're waiting for the joke, you shouldn't be here. That is the joke. And I had the pleasure, still do, of owning this movie. Let's begin the review. So, I can't fucking do this. So it starts out with a black screen. And crunching sounds. I thought it was the director eating breakfast, to be honest. I said it out loud. I said, hey, are they recording sound bites of the director eating breakfast? Like, is he eating, like, toast or waffles or something? No. It wasn't. It's probably the bed. They don't explain it. They don't explain a lot of things. Or at least they do, but they don't do a good job of it. Next we meet our narrator. A man. And he's talking about the bed. Talking about how it sleeps and how it's snoring now, and he's just sitting in this weird cubby. Turns out he's trapped in a painting. Why? Who knows? We'll get to that part later. Next, a couple comes along, trying to find a nice sweet spot to make, what do they call it? Love? Fake emotions. That was a joke, by the way. But, so what they do you know, they find the bed, they lay in the bed, make out, supposed to be having a picnic. Now, I haven't been on very many romantic dates. I've been on a couple. And I'm pretty sure romantic dates, the food that you bring isn't a bucket of fried chicken, 2 apples, and a bottle of wine without any glasses. Who is this guy? Who the fuck is he? He's like the dating master, I guess. If he can get any girl and be like, hey, you want to eat a fucking bucket of fried chicken with me? I don't know. Anyway, of course, while they're making out, Deathbed decides to eat an apple. So, through the weirdest way possible, they show how Deathbed consumes his food. In sulfuric acid. I don't know. I don't know where he keeps the sulfuric acid, because he can fit whole people in there. And the bed is really thin. It's like this. It's like an alternate dimension. Crazy. And the worst part is, when the apple is in the sulfuric acid burning up, it's making crunching sounds. That would be like, you know how flies, they vomit on their food to like burn it down so they can suck it back up? They don't crunch. They do probably, but not fucking crunching. I don't even care if it's a fucking apple. You're disintegrating it into your body. Who decided on this? Anyway, this part of the movie is appropriately called breakfast. Why? We don't need a reason, okay? There's 4 main, I guess, chapter parts. There's breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert. I want it to be midnight snack, but no one listens to me. Sorry, I didn't get any sleep last night. At all. I was up recording footage for 2 hours, and it all got deleted. It's fucking terrible. Fucking bags of trash, go away. But I made a lot of videos last night, and they're all deleted. Because YouTube broke on my phone. Who cares? I know. I want to do this review again. Fuck you talking about. So, next, in old movie fashion, girl takes off her shirt. You see her boobs. He starts grabbing them violently while making out with her. And then they get eaten. Merry Christmas to me. I don't like them anyway. Stop. Damn it. So next, this is their dead. The guy in the painting is just narrating more shit like, oh, this is bad. And I didn't give you guys a history lesson in this movie, so I'll make it quick. This was made in the 70s, but they didn't release it anywhere for 25 years. That's how bad this movie is. 25 years locked away, and then they put it on DVD, especially for me. How nice of them. So sweet. But it's back to the topic. So he starts talking about a dream that the bed is having. He's basically giving a lot of exposition about the bed. He starts talking about his past victims and where he got all the stuff at. Because apparently in his picture frame, he gets all the stuff that gets eaten. I don't know why, but I'm not gonna ask. Eventually he gets to him, and we find out why he's trapped in there. Because apparently he was on his deathbed. Funny. And he's I think has leukemia or something. He said he was sick. He said right before he died, he drew a painting of his deathbed. And when he died, it trapped him inside. I don't know. They start talking about a dream that the bed is having about eating a whole orgy of people. And then he just goes on to explain why the deathbed is the way it is. I'm going to give you the Cliff Notes version, which is the version he gave me. Well, a demon fell in love with a woman, and he wanted her to lust for him, so he made her a bed, and they had sex on the bed, but then she died because she had sex with a demon, and then he was so upset that he cried, and demons cry tears of blood, and the tears of blood soaked into the bed, causing it to turn evil. The demon retreated back into a tree, and the deathbed lives on. Fuck my life. Anyway, next we go to our main story. Lunch. As 3 women, 2 white, 1 black, not that it matters. Black one didn't die first. Happy now. But they're all going. One of them's like, I don't want to be here, I'm sick, I'm just gonna lie in the bed. So she does. She lies in the bed while the rest go off and picnic somewhere, and she strips naked, of course, because old horror movie fashion, and you see her tits twice, and... Kidding. It's a joke. And of course, she slips into a dream as it's eating her. A dream that she's eating fucking bugs. It's disgusting. And of course, more crunching sounds. Yeah, I went there. But I gotta give the makers credit for this part, because they actually did a cool death. I mean, for a deathbed, the bed that eats people, like, how cool would that be? Let me tell you, fine folks at home, it grabbed her necklace and sawed her head off with a necklace, rubbing it back and forth until it cut her. Okay. Brilliant. It didn't cut it off, but it just cut her, and she started bleeding to death. And then it ate her. Anyway, everyone else thinks she's missing. So as they're looking for her, they call her brother, and the other white girl leaves to go get help. The black girl goes back and tries to look around. She relaxes in the bed, falls asleep. Wakes up, the dead girl's sitting by the fireplace reading. She's and the black girl gets up and she's like, "Where were you?" And she's like, "I've been reading by the fireplace this whole time. I've been reading this book about all the people who've died in this bed." And she was like, "You're on it." And she was like, "But I'm not dead." And it's like, "Look again in the fire." And then the whole book turns to aluminum foil. And then she stands up and is naked for 2 seconds and is clothed again. And then the bed starts eating her legs, and she tries to escape. She managed to get out, but her legs are covered in red paint by this moment, because sulfuric acid, it doesn't eat through jeans. It just puts red paint all over people's legs. Science. Blame them, not me. Anyway, and then the next 3 minutes are of her crawling. A continuous shot of her crawling and moaning. I'm pretty sure they just got 2 sound bites and put them together and kept repeating them. because they sounded the exact same. And she crawls to the door, all the way to the door, and then the bed decides to retaliate. It shoots out one of its curtains, grabs her, and pulls her under the bed. But right at that point, the white girl is back, and she hears the screams of her friend. So she runs and goes and helps. Black lady gets pulled under the bed and shot up into nowhere land. White girls are upset, so she's sitting by the fireplace and crying when the person whose brother dies, or who the first white girl who died's brother shows up, and he's like, "Oh, what's going on?" She's like, "Oh, it's bad, he's eating people." And he's like, "Oh, we gotta finish it off." So he picks up a knife that randomly appeared in the picnic basket, and he stabs the bed. That's not it. There's more, a lot more. It eats his hands. Now this scene broke me. I had my friend Cody over, and we watched it together. Both of our first times ever seeing it. And god damn it, your reaction was stunning. I watch crappy movies every day. He doesn't. He watches Disney movies. His mom's really anal about stuff. But at the same time, we both yell out, "What?" And we start laughing our asses off. Because his hands were completely eaten off. Except for skeleton hands. Not just any skeleton hands. The skeleton hands from the skeletons you'll find in your science classroom. I am not fucking kidding. Not at all. You can even see the holes where they put the metal fucking pins. Why? How bad was your budget? I don't even know anymore. Anyway, for some reason his hands are staying like relatively well together for the fact that there's nothing on them at butt bone. And then one of them falls off. One of the little metatarsals or whatever. He's just like, "Oh, the cartilage is starting to dissolve." You mean it should have already dissolved. So the girl breaks his hands off and throws them in the fire. For kindling, I'm assuming. Now, here's a strange part in the movie that just appears out of nowhere. The guy in the painting starts narrating some more, and he's like, "When demons fall asleep, their power will lessen, so I can start talking through the painting." So he talks to this girl, and she doesn't seem to think anything's odd. I mean, no. Death that eats people, man with skeleton hands, and he was pretty calm for a guy who just got his hands eaten off. He was just staring at him like, fuck this. But I don't even know what happened. The guy in the picture tells her a ritual to kill the deathbed. So she draws 2 circles in blood around the bed and around herself in like a figure 8 pattern. And it somehow lights on fire. I forgot to mention, she carried the brother guy outside to a haystack, where apparently she had already made a figure 8 out of wooden sticks, as referred to plastic sticks. But she goes back, and the guy in the mirror says, "I lied to you. You have to sacrifice your life." I laughed. I thought, yay! And so she dies, and it resurrects the woman that was killed by the demon fuck. And she strips naked and starts fucking the brother. And then the deathbed lights on fire. And then credits. You have no idea how much this broke me. I just, many a nights I wonder why I do this stuff, why I watch these movies and record myself to save you guys. Now, this was a crappy movie. Hands down. There's no other answer to it but the fact that this was a crappy movie. But my God, was it one damn entertaining film. My friend Cody was here watching it with me, and we had an amazing time together. Most of the time when we're watching movies, we're basically silent the entire movie, except most of the time I'll just be spouting out random facts like, Steven Spielberg, penis. And like, he's just in it for like for the movies, and I've already seen the movies, so I don't really care, but this movie just brought the best out of both of us. Come in. Is that Cody now? Or is that just Mariah? It's Cody's girlfriend. Just put it between my legs. I'm filming. So, just sit down. I'll be done in a sec. Now, me and Cody had a great time watching this film. So, it may be a crappy movie. It may be fucking terrible. But if you want to laugh, I guarantee you this is your fucking movie. It's so bad, cheesy, corny, the special effects are fucking terrible, the acting's atrocious, the writing's retarded, it makes no sense. But it's entertaining as fuck. So I got it for $14 on Amazon, and that's worth the price. So if you want to buy it, just go out to Amazon, buy yourself a copy, gather your friends, sit down with some popcorn, and just enjoy the shit out of it. This is Happy Gamer signing off. I hope you enjoy your Saturday evening thing. Bye.